What's good, YouTube? You already know what time it is. It's your boy Marlon. 2 times we back with another video. Hold on. And today we here with another video. This video we're gonna be looking at Shakur Stevenson problem. Shakur Stevenson's problem. My bad. If y'all don't know, I do like Shakur Stevenson, but the nigga is boring. Let's start there. He's boring as shit. I can't watch a fight. I gotta watch highlights. I cannot watch his full fight no more ever again in my life, unless it's versus Tank. But even then, I don't even know if I want to watch that fight, because that shit, this is gonna be Tank walking him down, and I don't feel like watching that. Anyways, let's get right to it. Bow.
After Shakur,
and if you dislike the video because I said he's boring, bro, get the fuck out of here. I did not say he's bad. I did not say he can't box. I did not say that he's anything. I just said that he's boring. He is boring. You cannot tell me he's not boring. And if you can in the comment section say he's not boring, you just don't know boxing. I know boxing, bro. I just told you he's not bad. He's a great fighter. He's a great defensive fighter. He's just not appealing to watch. I've said this many times. And if you dislike that,
Stevenson's lackluster performance a couple weeks ago.
I'm just sick of niggas getting in on my video and disliking my shit, not even watching it, bro. Talking crazy in the comments. It's
clear that Shakur has a big problem. That problem being people are finding his performances boring. Now, Shakur didn't seem to have this problem earlier in his career when he was fighting at featherweight and super featherweight. He had KO wins at both feather and super featherweight.
It's not about KOs, it's about action. That's it.
We're genuinely excited
he don't provide no action. He's gonna run.
Again, Shakur's not countering. Shakur's not countering. He's gonna take some risk involved, but you can catch up to him.
Y'all not telling me this nigga don't be running.
But Shakur, that guy will put anybody to sleep outside the ring, not inside the ring, because that's like he's the most boring fighter in the history of boxing.
Fights or whenever he announced he was going to fight. Now I think this problem of his that the fans find his fight because of his defensive style started when he fought Edwin D. Los Santos. Now this was Shakur's first fight for a world title at lightweight, and it was the first real fight that got him in the public eye. In this fight, we saw Shakur being much more cautious as he didn't engage with Santos as much and always kept him.
This nigga name is named after he named after fucking Los Santos from GTA.
At a range.
It's funny as shit.
Shakur would counterpunch a lot in this fight, landing his shots at Santos and then moving away, making sure Santos didn't land anything big on him. Now this was a smart way for Shakur to box, as the guy he was fighting, Santos, had decent knockout power, as he had knocked out 14 of his last 17 opponents at that point, and Shakur was moving up a weight class, so he didn't want to accidentally get caught by a big punch and get knocked out. Now, even though Shakur Stevenson had won this fight and had become a 3-divisional world champion, this fight had ruined his reputation with the fans, as a lot of the fans were saying this fight was very boring and Shakur had bored them from how much he was moving away from Santos and refusing to engage. Now that wasn't exactly a lie, as both guys were very young, but only 105 combined punches landed over 12 rounds.
That's nutty.
Now I think another reason why he got so much negative feedback from the fans is the fact that Shakur talks a big game. Him and other fighters have gotten into lots of arguments over Twitter. So when people see him arguing with other fighters who they like or think that are better than him, and they see Shakur put on a performance like that, it makes sense to why so many people do not like him anymore. It makes sense to why so many people were critical of his performance against Santos, as there was hardly any punches thrown in that fight. But with his latest performance, it causes some more issues. Shakur looked a lot better in his latest performance against Artem Hartunian than Edward D. Los Santos, as he was able to at least hurt Artem through body shots, as he hurt Artem with body shots 3 times throughout the fight. But overall, it was still quite a disappointing performance from Shakur, as although his defense looked very sharp and good in this fight, his lack of
My bad, y'all need my screenshot, nigga. What y'all talking about?
Wanting to engage or put any kind of pressure on Artem Hartunian caused most people to find his fight very boring. Another disappointing thing was the fact that Shakur did not knock out Artem Hartunian, or at least cause any big damage to him besides the body shots. As Artem Hartunian fought Frank Martin, who was Tank's last opponent, and Martin did win against him, but he went life and death with him, and made it a much more entertaining fight than Shakur did. And look at Artem's face by the end of the fight. It clearly shows that Frank Martin put a lot more pressure on him, and he made the fight a lot more entertaining by applying that pressure. Now, I'm not saying that it's smarter to go life and death with someone, as it can lead to you losing, but he did put on a much more better performance than Shakur Stevenson did, and clearly did a lot more damage than Shakur did by the end of the fight. And no offense to Artem, but he was 100% meant to be a stepping stone for Shakur to prove a point, but instead Shakur kept his low output and barely applied any pressure to Artem and cruised to a unanimous decision. Another thing was the fact that every time Shakur went to his corner in the later rounds, he would argue with his coaches that he was going to take out Artem in the next round, but he never showed any intent to end the fight, even when he landed those big body shots. There were some moments where Shakur was landing some nice shots, but to be frank, I miss the Shakur Stevenson who would always be throwing out combination punches and be relentless like he used to be at 126 pounds and 130 pounds. I don't know if it's because he had to move up to 135, and some of these guys up there hit much harder than the guys at 126 and 130 pounds, but Shakur is much more defensive now and much less aggressive than he used to be. He had always been a mover, but now it just seems like he keeps himself reserved just so he doesn't get caught by a big punch, which is a smart way to fight as he is at a higher weight class now. But he can't get mad at people for saying his performance was boring, as he did when people said his fight with Edward D. Santos was boring. Honestly, I don't think Shakur Stevenson is going to be able to stop the fans from saying he's boring until he actually has a fight, which the casual
he gotta have something that's entertaining.
Doesn't find boring like he used to at the lower weight classes. I mean, his fight against Artem was at his own hometown, and people were seen leaving at the 10th round right before the championship rounds.
This is the fight I watched, bro, and I vowed to myself I'll never watch another fight with this nigga unless it's with Tank.
So if the people of his own hometown are leaving, then it's much more than people just mindlessly
The undercard fights was better than this fight. Literally, the shock Foster versus Conceição, whatever that nigga name is, was way better than this. And Conceição was getting his ass fucked up. And still won. Yeah, he got robbed. I ain't gonna lie. Foster did get robbed, but
I don't think this new style of Shakur Stevenson will earn him any respect from the fans, as every post I see about him in the comments, they're always talking about how his fights put them to sleep. I also don't think this new style is going to help him beat Loma or Tank, as in my opinion, both those guys would beat Shakur, as his style would just lead to him getting exposed by those two.
You're right.
With Tank, I could see him landing a big punch on Shakur, as similar to what he did with Frank Martin, which would take Shakur out, as I could see Shakur outboxing Tank in the beginning rounds, as Tank lets people do, but in the later rounds, Tank just puts the pressure on him, and then Shakur makes a mistake, and boom, Tank pops him and knocks him out. And with Loma, I could just see Loma putting lots of pressure on Shakur the whole fight, which drains him, which leads to either KO or Loma winning by unanimous decision, as I really don't think that Shakur could be able to move around the whole time and avoid Loma's constant pressure.
Lomachenko, he got angles. That's one thing about Loma, like he got mad angles. Like he's not gonna punch you. He'll get you. He gonna get you. It's not if he gonna get you. It's when he gonna get you, because he gonna get you.
Either way, I think Shakur needs to stop being so reserved and go back to how he used to be, with throwing nice combinations, keeping the pressure on guys, but knowing when to let down on that pressure. Not what he's doing now, where he applies no pressure and doesn't really let his hands go and throws much more counter punches. That's going to be for this video, covering what I think is Shakur Stevenson's biggest problem right now. If you guys enjoyed this video,
yeah, what he said. If y'all enjoyed the video, leave a like, comment, and sub. Let me know your opinions about Shakur Stevenson in the comment section. We can talk about it. I'm willing to debate with anybody about this. He's not boring. He's fun to watch. That's all I got to say to you, because I don't even know what you're talking about. That nigga is boring. Anyways, Shakur Stevenson, if you see this, again, I like you, bro. I like you as a fighter. I think you are a great fighter. You just boring this shit, and I'm not watching a full fight. That shit is boring. I watch highlights, and I applaud you when you win. If you win, you know what I'm saying, I applaud you. But it's besides that, yeah, fuck no, nigga. Anyway, and if you got a problem with it, I'll be in Newark next month. No, I mean, I'm not playing, but I'm not finna fight this nigga, bro. I'm shooting this nigga if he ever try to fight me. This nigga's hands is basically lethal weapons, bro. I'm not fighting his ass. Anyways, thank you for watching. I'm out. Peace.